So guys, thank you for tuning in. Even before we start, really appreciate it. Of course, I took a little break, right, but I'm back trying to be consistent, dropping something every week for you guys, because I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. So today we're talking about office sense, as you can see from the title. So let me just give my quick definition of what I think an office scent is for the guys who working in an office, that is. So generally speaking, an office fragrance will be a fragrance that is suitable for that type of environment, meaning it's not loud and obnoxious, it's not offensive, it's not daring, it's not any of those things, but rather it's pleasant. It's something that's easy on the nose. It appeals to the masses. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about office scents, right? Something that everybody in the office could get along with and not start watching like, yo, you really come in the office here today, boy? Not that kind of vibes, but pleasant, good vibes, right? So we're talking about office scents today, guys. So I'm gonna give you 5 office fragrances in this particular video, and then we're gonna do another 5 in our follow-up video. All right, so we're starting off with these 5 today, including one honorable mention. So yeah, if you're interested in finding out what scents could work in the office for you, keep it right there. All right, so let's get into it, guys. But before we start, I'll ask you to drop a like on this video. Of course, because of the little break I took, the algorithm, we're not really friends right now, right? So to get back the channel on track, I'll ask you to hit that like button for me. And guys, let me just say in advance, thank you. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. Big up all yourselves. It's one love. It's one love. And we're just keeping it real here. So let's get into these 5 fragrances. Alright, so the first fragrance again is an honorable mention. So you can count to that 6, but it's really an honorable mention. And that fragrance is 𝐷𝐿 Profumo. Right, I don't have the bottle, I don't have the fragrance anymore because I had to let it go in order to get in some new acquisitions, right, so to speak, right? But I had that fragrance for quite some time and it has done me well, especially in the office, right? So this fragrance is some aquatic citrus notes on the top, then you have that incense and patchouli in the base, giving it a earthy, deep masculine vibes. All right, so if you never checked this one out, this is one that works very well. It smells professional, it smells assertive, right? You have this one, yeah, it's a fragrance that people will be like, yeah, this guy knows what he's about. So it works well in that office setting, right? So if you never smell that one, you don't have it, check it out. I know the guys who have it could testify that this is a good office environment, office style of fragrance, right? So 𝐷𝐿 Profumo. All right, so that's out. Let's get into the actual list today. And coming in, well, these are not in any particular order, but these are just 5 fragrances that can work in that office environment. So the first one I want to highlight, guys, is a fragrance that is fresh, spicy, aromatic. It has a nice little tonka bean in it, balancing it off, giving it a nice creamy vibe. This one is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. This fragrance smells really good, guys, and it works very good for this particular environment. Right, it's pleasant, it smells great, right? You have this one, you're gonna smell like a guy who you perform on the job, you always deliver on time, and you know what you're doing. Yeah. This is the fragrance, right? If you don't want to put out the box for this, of course, this is a Chanel. You don't want to stretch that far, there's Versace Pour Homme or Versace Signature. Smells almost the same, right? But that one is much more affordable. But yes, it's clean, it's aquatic, it smells really pleasant, right? People in the office are really gonna, when they get a whiff of this, they're really gonna be like, hey, that dude smells really good. Right, it has that effect. So depending on the budget, you could choose if you want to go for the Chanel or the Versace. Either one can work, but it just suits an office really good. Right, so that's the first one we're talking about today, or the first 2 that has done me well, and it can do you well also. Right, so if you never tried, get your hands on it or get your nose on it, and you should be good. You should be good. Right, so next fragrance. So this is another one that it's a citrus, woody, aromatic type of scent, right? But again, it does well if you work in an office. And this one is Mont Blanc Explorer awesome fragrance. Of course, if you're into fragrances, you will know that this one is clone of Creed Aventus, but I more consider Club de Nuit a direct clone of Creed Aventus. This one has some differences, especially as it starts to dry down. It kind of takes its own direction, but who cares? The thing smells good, right? So it smells like you're a masculine guy, but you want to be modern at the same time. This has both elements in here, and you're gonna smell, yeah, well put together. Yeah, moving around like you know what you're about. So with this fragrance, guys, apart from the scent, it has that ambroxan in it, so it's gonna last. However, you may go nose blind to it early, so keep that in mind, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. I had an experience where I was just smelling this thing for the whole day, and 5 o'clock in the evening, met my partner, Randy, big up yourself, one time, and he was like, "Whoa, yeah, one day, bro, that thing smelling real good." I was like, "Serious?" I wasn't even smelling this for the past, what, 6-7 hours, right? So it's there, so no worries. You're gonna be that guy who just smells like you work in an office with your nice shirt, your tie, you know, your nice little pants, your Oxford on your foot, or whatever you wear. Guys, check this one out if you haven't already, right? This next fragrance, guys, this one smells like you are the boss. You are the CEO. You are in charge. That's the kind of vibe again with this one here, right? This is a woody, musky, aromatic fragrance. So we're talking about your own 2020, right? 2020 here, guys. Not the older ones, not the older formulation, not the original. This one is a bit different from the others. This is that go-to scent. Grab and go, versatile, but it smells upscale. So that's why I said it smells like the CEO. You smell like the boss when you wear this one. Yeah, don't play with this one. Really pleasant, really nice. You're not going to offend anybody. It's a simple composition, but it just smells like you are the boss, plain and simple. Right? Really lovely scent. This is another one. This scent as well, it may seem like it's not there, but trust me, this has 𝐼𝐶 super in it. It's there. Right? Big up yourself. Went there one time, and I remember I was wearing this to work one day. Met my bedroom, another bedroom. What was that, 1 o'clock or something around there? Yeah, and he was like, "Bro, we have one day where that thing smells." I was like, "Bro, just study that." Just joking, right? But it was this one. So it's subtle, but it's sneaky. Yeah, not in a bad way, right? But it's there. It's gonna last you throughout the day, and you're just gonna smell like you writing the checks, right? You approving things. You in charge. Yeah, Dior 2020. Check it out. And it's Dior, so it has that quality there, guys. Not smelling cheap in any way. It smells up there, right? So check this one out. Another one that could work well for the office, guys. This one is a warm, spicy, citrus, aromatic, amber. Has everything in it, but it just right down the center there. And you're gonna smell like a level-headed guy, right? Level-headed. This one is Blue de Chanel. Eau de Parfum, of course, guys. You could go with anyone, any of the iterations, the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum, the Parfum. But my recommendation, guys, is that you go with the Eau de Parfum, because to me, it's blended in a way like it really sits in between. It's not too sharp and citrusy. It's not too sweet and heavy. It's right on the center. So you get the best of both worlds with this one. And again, it's suitable for that office environment. You're going to smell like quality. Of course, it's a Chanel, so there's no compromise in the quality here. If you don't know anything about this fragrance, well, you know today. So in the office with this one, yeah, you're just going to smell proper. You're going to smell like a man who takes care of himself, right? Who always has himself well groomed, and a guy who meets deadlines, who meets targets, and just raking some money for that company. You understand? Blue de Chanel gives you that vibe, right? Smells nice and clean, upscale. Guys, really, really good for your office. If you haven't checked this one out, I recommend you check this one out if you work in an office environment. Right, as I said, there's only 5 fragrances today. We're going to do another 5, but this is the last one for today. Again, either one you could go with, just depending on your budget, you can choose from, right? But this one, guys, is a fresh, spicy, aromatic. It's a fragrance that, if you know, you know. That kind of vibe, right? So this one is YSL, or Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme, the original. Guys, it's been around for a while, but it's a classic, right? It's a classic. this will never die. It just smells so good. So you get a nice ginger, you get some citrus, you get some spicy elements in the middle, a little woods in the dry down. It's a really nice scent. Again, this is another scent that you're gonna smell like you know what you're about. You're gonna smell like a guy who knows about good cologne, as they say, right? There's a guy who knows about good fragrances to wear in different environments. And yeah, this one just speaks to people. The only thing with this fragrance, it doesn't perform well in terms of like longevity and so on. So I'd say if you get this one, go a little heavy on the trigger. Don't be afraid, go heavy on the trigger, right? And you should be good. You should be good, right? But other than the performance, the scent is just so appropriate for an office environment. Wouldn't offend anyone. Pleasant, really nice to get a whiff of when you pass. Come now, man. YSL Low. Alright, guys, so that's 5 fragrances, well, 6 included in the honorable mention, that will work very well for guys who work in the office, in my humble opinion. These 5 have, again, 6, they have done me well in the office, just what I'm telling you. So that's why I'm recommending them to you today. So if you haven't checked out any of these, or 1 or 2 you don't know about, or you just never smell, check it out, see if you like it, yeah, and give it a run, man, give it a run. So I really recommend these, right? So I like to hear from you guys. Leave it down in the comments. Leave me the 5 fragrances that you think are most appropriate for the office, and of course I really like to see that. We'll get the interaction going, of course, so hit me up there in the comments. Again, if you like this video, drop a like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. All right, and of course any of these fragrances are available at our online store, so check us out on Instagram, Men's Fragrance and Fashion Outlet, right, if you want to get your hands on any of these. So you don't have to go far, right? You're here in Trinidad, check us out. You don't have to go far. All right, guys, so stay fresh, smell your best, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, right? So until then, take care. I'm out. Peace.